If you are looking to change your life, to maybe dive deep into personal development, to make a big change, and you just have no idea where to start, let me share with you 5 of my top personal development books that have completely changed the game for me. My name is Erica Vishkalis. I'm a podcast host and empowerment alchemist, and my goal is to help you live your most authentic, inspired, and aligned life. So let me share 5 books that have completely changed the game for me. So the first one is going to be The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. So The Power of Now really helps you learn how to be present in your life. It helps you to disconnect from the ego and be more connected to the self. So I will tell you guys, I read this book years and years and years ago, and it was really my first dive into spirituality. So I love holistic health. I love spirituality. I love wellness. I'm into all of that, mindfulness, mindset. I've been doing this work for at least 7 years now. And this is one of the first books I read when I was on my journey to really just take back my life. And I will tell you guys, it was a bit of a tough read. It took me forever to read, mostly because I had to deconstruct so many things that I thought. And learning how to be present, especially in today's society, can be really fucking difficult. So The Power of Now is a book I highly recommend. The next book I would recommend is The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown. I'm obsessed with Brené Brown. I'll be very honest with you guys. I read this book years and years and years ago. I loved it. I absolutely fucking loved it. And it is one of those things, it's one of those books that really changes your life. And essentially, it is going to be your guide to wholehearted living. And so, what is wholehearted living? Wholehearted living is essentially living from a place where you feel worthy, you feel enough, and you know that you are worthy and you are enough, again, to live your most authentic and inspired life and joyful life. So, Brené has a ton of amazing books. She's an amazing researcher, sociologist, and I love all of them. I could easily do a whole video on just her book specifically, but this is, I believe, one of her first books. It's either the first or one of the first, but I love this book. It is amazing, and I think it is a great one to start your journey with. The next book I'm going to share is Relentless by Tim Grover. So I will say this is a tone shift from the first 2 books that I recommended. It's one I actually read very, very recently, and his goal is to help you go from good to great to unstoppable. He shares what it means to be a cleaner. So if you've read this book, it's something you're going to learn about in the book, what it means to be a cleaner. And truly, he is someone that is going to help you take your life to the highest standard possible. If you want to really play all out, go all in, this is the book for you. If you're comfortable with mediocre, I'll be honest, you are not going to like this book. But if you want to stop sitting on the sidelines of your life, if you want to go all out, go all in, I recommend this book. I will be honest, he definitely is a kick in the butt kind of guy. So it's a tone shift. It's very different, but I really enjoyed it. I personally, if you listen to my podcast, you know I'm very blunt. I am all about that. So I love this book. He has a book after it called Winning. I also recommend that book as well. Give you a little extra nugget. The next book I'm going to recommend is by Ed Mylett. If you do not know him, he's amazing. And Ed Mylett's most recent book is The Power of One More. If you've heard the story about how his dad started becoming sober, how he became sober, and how he maintained his sobriety for years, it's all about just doing it one more day. Just one more day. And he took this concept and he helps you learn how you can apply this one more concept, this one more day, one more action, one more step into your life. So essentially, he is helping you learn how you can give just one more in your life and how it can completely change your life. And he has tons of different sections on how you could do that, tons of different areas on how you can do that. And basically, it's combining thoughts and actions to create change. So I absolutely love this book. I thought it was incredible. If you have not heard his podcast or heard him speak, I recommend it. I absolutely love Ed Mylett, and this book is all about how you are one thought and action away from creating the life that you desire. So the last book that I'm going to recommend, I absolutely love it. It is more of a psychology perspective, and that is How to Do the Work by Dr. Nicole LePera. So she's also known as the Holistic Psychologist on Instagram. I've been following her for years. Again, if you know my podcast, you know I'm someone that has been healing childhood trauma for a long time. I've been on this journey for many, many years. And so when she came out with this book, How to Do the Work, I was so excited to read it. I will be honest, as someone who's been doing therapy and been doing the work for years, it was a bit repetitive for me, but especially if you are someone that has not done any of that, I recommend this book. So she again, she's a psychologist, and she just was really disheartened by how the field was working, how it wasn't doing the mind, body, soul connection. So she looks at mental, physical, and spiritual wellness, which I think is incredibly important. And she teaches you how to do the work in your own life and the practical applications of what that looks like and how to heal family dysfunction, maybe childhood trauma. She seems to do a lot of work around trauma. I love this book. Again, for me, is a lot of stuff I already knew, but I know that it can change your life, especially if you have no exposure to this type of work. So I love this book. I definitely recommend it. Books can be an amazing tool on your healing journey, your personal development journey, your empowerment journey. So I thought it was really important for me to share 5 books that I've listened to, I've read over the years, and that I absolutely love. So let's just dive into them one more time. So again, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, Gifts of Imperfection by Brene Brown, Relentless by Tim Grover, Power of One More by Ed Milet, and How to Do the Work by Dr. Nicole LePera. These books are game changers, whether you're reading to them or listening to them. I think books are an amazing tool and are so easily accessible. You don't have to spend money on them. If you don't know the Libby app, download the Libby app. You can just connect a public library card to the app to download tons of free books. I get a ton of books on there if you have a Kindle or on your phone. Again, public libraries, if you don't want to spend the money on the book, I totally understand that. And honestly, there's a lot of book reviews I'm going to keep doing where I actually don't physically own the book because I use these resources all the time. So I think books are an amazing way for you to get your hands on some incredible information that could completely change your life. So if you are new to this personal development work, if you are new to wanting to upgrade your life or up level your life, I think this is an amazing way to start. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. I cannot wait to see you next time.